Here comes our pay, boys! Taste my saber!
Rechnet. Colonials? You must have gotten lost to have come this far from nowhere. To whom do I owe the honor?
De Sardet. I am legate of the Congregation of Merchants on this island.
A legate? Here? Pardon my dismay, but we don't get many official sorts around here. Captain Idris. I am the ranking officer in charge of this Bridge Alliance outpost. What can I do for you, milady?
I am looking for Constantin Orsey, the island governor of the Congregation of Merchants.
A governor? Here? Whatever would he be doing in this rattle?
My cousin was part of an expedition in this region. His men and his camp were attacked. They nearly all died. But we found no trace of his body, which has us hoping that he may still be alive, wounded and holding up somewhere, or even captured.
Have you cast your suspicions in our direction? I hope this is a joke. We've had neither reinforcements nor supplies for weeks. In my book, we've been totally forgotten. I wouldn't risk the few lives remaining to attack a governor's camp. I'm not crazy. I'm truly sorry for your cousin, Excellency, but we haven't seen him. And we definitely haven't kidnapped him. The region is dangerous. The natives are heartless. You should be looking in their direction.
You do know that we found the bodies of several men from the garrison up there, don't you?
How could you be sure?
One of them was carrying a note, signed by your hand.
And they are dead. I had hoped they'd have survived and would eventually return.
Explain yourself, Captain. What were your men doing on the cliff top?
They were monitoring the zone. They were to warn us of any troop movements. We have lost too many men to surprise attacks. We decided to take initiative and be ready. Yesterday, we heard screams and saw some strange lights up there. But I was hoping...
And you didn't go and see for yourself? You hear screams, certainly those of your own men, and you don't do anything?
So the last of my men give up their lives for nothing as well? You can think of me as a coward if you like. But me, I'm taking no more unnecessary risks.
Why do I have the feeling that you're holding something back from me?
Captain, my name is Afra. You might remember me. I passed by this outpost with my fellow scholars.
The Lost Expedition. Yes, I remember.
Her Excellency was able to extract us from the situation we found ourselves in.
Her Excellency has powers that I do not possess.
I'm casting no stones at you. You are isolated and without resources, and understandably a bit angry. You have the feeling that the powerful of this world have abandoned you, and you want to make them pay. But a life hangs in the balance. We must save him.
You were right. I will tell you everything I know. One of the men I'd posted there returned during the night.
A survivor. Excellent. Did he tell you what happened?
He wasn't able to say a word. He collapsed unconscious 2 steps past the doorway. Our nurse sits with him, but there is little hope that he will come back to himself. His wounds are extremely serious. He's just refusing to die.
I am sorry to hear that, Captain. Perhaps we could do something for him.
Go and see the nurse. Perhaps you can do something to help the poor boy. I can't take it anymore. To lose another man. Anything else?
Concerning the young man that survived.
Did you see the nurse?
Not yet.
Really? I thought that your cousin's life hung at this boy. Anything else?
I need to be going.
I would...
What are you doing there? This is an infirmary!
I know. I've come to see the wounded soldier. The captain told me you might need my help.
That is very kind of him. But alas, it's a little late.
What are you saying? Is the soldier...
No, he still lives. But I've been asking the captain for weeks to escort me on a mission to replenish my stocks. I no longer have a single remedy. And now that we have a wounded patient, I can only wipe water on his brow and hope.
Do you know what type of remedy would allow him to survive?
Yes, at least I think so. It's a known potion that he...
I see. Give me the recipe. We'll go and see that it's prepared for you.
Thank you. Because of you, this poor boy might be able to survive his wounds.
Come closer, good people. The cure and you'll find all you need in our station. Whatever you need to be the talk of all serene.
Welcome! It's such a pleasure to... Have you seen anything? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Oh, it's you on Old Menawi! Come and see! I'll receive beautiful gifts from our village!
Plates, armor, locks, custom pieces made to... Oh, it's a great pleasure. The best forge in Tir-Fradi! Blades, armor, locks, custom pieces made to...
Oh, it's you on Old Menawi! Come and see!
Were you able to concoct the potion against burns?
Yes, I was. Might we administer it?
Give it to me. I'll take care of this. We must wait and be patient now.
Will he make it?
I hope so. We'll know soon enough. This potion is extremely potent.
And if he survives, when could we speak to him?
Come back tomorrow at the same time. We'll know more then.
Very well. I'll come back tomorrow.
See you soon. And thank you again for your help.
Hello, soldier. How are you doing?
Better. A lot better. Are you the one who saved me? The nurse told me.
I simply prepared the potion that she told me how to make. Nothing more. Could you tell me what happened
I will try. They're not really memories I'm fond to bring back. A lot of my friends died up there. We were posted up on the peak to follow rebel movement. It had been a couple of days when we heard sounds of fighting not far from our position. Men were screaming in our own language. So we went to see what was happening. Soldiers of the Coin Guard and an islander were trying to protect a young man. He seemed dire ill.
Konstantin Katasak and his escort. Who were they fighting against?
Dozens of wild animals. They seemed completely enraged and intent on devouring them. And there were flames.
Flames? Where were they coming from?
I don't know. My friends and other soldiers fell. I didn't see everything. All was blood and confusion with beasts and fire. But I thought I saw another islander. Big. He's the one who took the sickened man. There was practically no one left on the battlefield. I was wounded and I passed out. I came to when I heard voices of islanders approaching. Rebels. I thought to myself, they're coming to finish off the wounded. I got up with difficulty and fled. I dragged myself here. And you know the rest.
I'm going to have to go and find these rebels.
You shouldn't do that. They killed all of my friends. You take a great risk.
That's enough. Rest now. You're still far from
Yes. It's best I leave you now. I've learned enough. I'll have a word with your captain. Goodbye.
Excellency, I was told that you saved my soldier. Thank you. You can't imagine what this means to us.
Please, I did nothing more than follow the instructions your nurse gave me.
Did you learn what you needed to learn?
Yes. I was able to question your man, and he told me what he saw. He and his company heard sounds of the attack, and they went to investigate. My cousin's escort were nearly annihilated by animals that jumped out from all sides. A strange sorcerer controlled them. It was he that took my cousin.
One of those rebel savages, no doubt. I knew that they'd be behind all of this. They must have learned that an important man was in the region and thought he would make the perfect hostage. I'm sorry. I would give you some men, but...
Don't apologize. I know where the camp can be found, and if my cousin is there, I will free him.
Like you freed the scholars. You're a good woman, Excellency. Thank you again for saving my soldier.
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency. Do it! What are you doing? Who let you pass?
Your men. We are here to parley with your chief.
Parley? With Renaigse? You truly believe that...
Leave this to me. I want to know what they have to say. I know you, Renaigse. It is you who freed the lion prisoners. Speak. I will hear you.
To speak to you about my cousin's capture and the massacre of his escort. A soldier from the nearby outpost survived and told us that you were present on the battlefield.
You dare come here and accuse us of taking him? Let me throw him out this Renaigse and his Ilkdaren. May they receive this punishment for their arrogance.
I know that you see us as your enemies, but we are not here to harm you. I only seek to find the man I consider to be my brother, as well as the man who was protecting him. Katasak, one of your greatest Donegad.
No Donea Exregao would attack Katasak.
If you didn't attack him, you must know what happened to them. I was told that an islander took my cousin away. Perhaps your men were there to aid them.
We do not have your cousin, and we do not know what happened to him. As for Katasak, and the worst, Tire, he died from his wounds. That night, we heard the sounds of a terrible combat. The ground shook all the way to our homes. We went to see, but we arrived too late. The last breath of Katasak had returned to the wind when we arrived there, and many of the Renaigse were dead. We could do no more. We carried the body of the Donegad and brought it here.
He gave his life to protect Constantine. May he rest in peace. This request might surprise you, but we would like to see him.
Why? What do you want to do with him, Renaigse?
Examine him, to understand what killed him. We were told that an island native was there, and that he likely led the attack.
No Donea Exregao would attack Katasak. You have been lied to, or they were mistaken.
That is the very reason I need to see his body. To understand.
You may see him. But if you desecrate his body, you will pay for this offense with your life.
Katazak. Seeing the state of his body, I hate myself for having suspected him. Forgive me, Donegad, to have doubted your loyalty. And even more for what we are about to do. Now then, let's see what story this corpse has to tell.
I can give a detailed examination of the corpse. It is a task that I have been trained to perform.
I gladly cede the privilege.
We note a great number of large, blunt force contusions, covering the entire surface of the victim's body. None of the wounds could be attributed to a blade or a spear, nor are there any visible bullet entry points. Practically every bone has been broken in multiple places. The rib cage was torn open and then collapsed. The open wound reveals multiple perforations of the vital organs. Here, the borders of the wounds have been singed. The flesh is blackened, exposed to a flame, no doubt. And we also note several patches of mineral residue. They seem oddly out of place in spite of the exotic insular origin of our deceased. I would be hard-pressed to tell you which of the wounds proved to be the fatal blow, but one thing is certain.
He was smashed violently by a giant rock that was without a doubt on fire.
Yes. These wounds are similar to those given by a heated cannon shot, though in a less regular fashion.
The dead soldiers we found had identical wounds. As crazy as this may sound, whoever is responsible for this attack is capable of wielding molten rock.
In any other circumstance, your conclusion would qualify you for an asylum. But I stand on the side of the improbable. The natives' powers reside outside the body of knowledge we possess.
I can't imagine an Adaig behaving like this. It is not their way. That they might attack careless hunters or warriors, true, but to attack Katazak, the power to call volcano fires, could only be that of a guardian. No simple man wields mountain fire.
We still don't really know who is actually behind this attack, nor what they want, judging by the severity of these wounds. I fear the worst for Constantine.
All your experiments. You've learned so little. You've learned to fear. Your instincts should have been enough.
We had to at least try. Are you not even concerned? Or angered by what happened?
Your relentless attacks and incessant treacheries. All the same, there is truth in your words. This attack is out of place. Guardian and Donegad would never attack one another. There is a ritual that might help us. Anatalas Fair.
The Anatalas Fair? What is it? Tell me more.
It is a magical rite that only a person with a powerful bond to both spirits and nature can perform. It allows the Donegad who chants it to relive the last moments of an Onol Manawi.
That would allow us to at least see the face of his...
If what I have heard is true, yes. To my knowledge, only one Donegad still living knows the ritual.
Let's ask her for her help, then. She might be able to tell us what has become of Constantine.
You are quick to ask another to put her mind in danger for your own concerns. Imagine the pain of the wounds of another, shaking your body as the cold of death crushes your beating heart. This is what you must ask of the Tierna. It is the price she must pay for performing the ritual. When her companion was lost in battle, fighting against your own, she wanted to live that death beside her. Since that day, our Tierna Kadachtas has never breathed air with the same breath.
That would explain her distrust of the colonials.
You must make her see your purpose. It may be the only way you are going to learn the fate of your cousin.
Hello, Mev.
Renoixe, why have you come here again?
I've come to ask for your help.
My help? You still seek the remedy for the sickness on your island? Or are you looking for something else?
My cousin has been taken, and I've been told that you could help me.
Truly? And in what way?
By performing the Anatalis fair on the body of Katasak the Donegad.
Katasak is dead. Underwurstere. This is a great tragedy. He was a good man. Perhaps the best of us all. How did this happen?
He went with my cousin to a sacred site when they were attacked. My cousin has disappeared, taken according to a witness. And Katasak suffered terror. We examined him, and it seemed as if he had been struck by molten rock.
Fire of the earth? Only the Nadaig Manemen have the power to wield it. But none of our own would have attacked Katasak.
This is why we need your help. We want to understand and to find who's responsible.
And you will avenge the dead as you have avenged my wound in the past. Very well, Renoixe. I will help you. And I also wish to gain understanding. Our island wails in suffering. Many Sinol Menawi have died. The Anatalas fair may kill me, but at least I will know. You will need to act as my Voglendaig, and bring to me the necessary ingredients while I prepare.
What do you require?
A potion. And listen and remember, or write in your language what I shall tell you. Do not forget, the viscera of the scavengers must be taken from a place near the battlefield, because they contain the flesh of those who fell. As for the personal object of Katasak, find his weapon, because it knew his fury and his despair.
He didn't have a weapon when I found his body. I'll search the battlefield.
Where can I find him?
In Duren's camp. She recovered him after the battle.
Very well. Not far from there is a sacred circle. You'll find me there when you have united all that I need. Then we can perform the ritual when the moon is high.
In that case, let's go together to the ritual site. The place of the attack is not far from Duren's camp.
Very well. I'll follow you.
recognize this weapon. It's Catasac's, I'm certain. It must have been broken during the... Let's take it back to Mev.
Were you able to find the elements I need for the ritual?
Yes. Here is what you asked me to bring.
This is good. But the moon is not yet high enough. Would you like to wait with me?
Yes. I will keep you company.
Sit then in that case. And remain silent. I must meditate. Katasar, we have come to learn the truth of... Ato alkom frangawi brandi, olehana memen adestame haman. Baravridenan tahanemo quade grenfen, linqui damda renaute da hodos. Lemat, de tahawan kloisam, de talugedon velam, de taragam buledam, de tatamenam reloidan, adotalamen contebedam en antelam verfragtangom.
Katasar! Help me! Please!
Show no fear. I do not think he means you any harm.
What is this? This monster? Why is it attacking us?
I don't know. I don't understand. It is as if it seeks you out. It wants you.
You never should have done that, Katasar. To save one Renaikse, you put us all in great peril. His spirit is different. He receives badly. You have woven the bond of the Deathbringer.
What is happening to you? Get a hold of yourself. Come on.
I cannot believe it. He has returned.
Who has?
Finbar. The High King. We thought he was dead. He disappeared months ago.
Is he the attacker? And what of Constantine? Have you seen a young, blonde-haired man? He was sickly.
Yes. The golden-haired was there. And he was afraid. Katasar protected him before he was killed by Finbar. Leave me now. I am very tired.
How are you feeling?
Better. What are you going to do now?
If I want to have any hope of finding Constantine, I must follow Vinbar. I have no choice. I will need to return to his sanctuary in the north of the island. He must be hiding there.
You know where he is?
Yes, but I wasn't able to enter. I have one seed, but I need another.
Vinbar is a very powerful Doneigad, as well as being the High King. He has access to knowledge that even I cannot attain. He has seen the true face of Enol Mil Frichtim. His secrets must be well kept. And he would only have shared them with those he loved the most.
Yes. I must find Sarah. She is certainly the only one to know which seed is needed. Thank you, Mev. You have helped us greatly.
Do not thank me. I have not done this for you, but for Katasar. In order to satisfy my curiosity, I betrayed my king. You will find him and confront him, no doubt. All that remains for me to do is to pray that I have done nothing that cannot be fixed.
Farewell, Mev. seed that I have is not enough. I need to find Sarah. She might be able to help. Let's return to the village.
And so you have left the cavern, Renaigse. And here you are again.
I have no idea why you suddenly decided to shut us in there. But it matters little. I must know what second seed is required to open the door to the sanctuary. Now, more than ever, we must find Vinbar. He slew Katasak, and he holds my cousin captive.
Vinbar would not have killed Katasak. He respected him. And why would he bother with your cousin?
I have no idea why, but I know this to be true. The Tiana Hakadactus revealed this to me. Would you accuse her of lying?
No. You are the one who lies like all the other Renaigse. And I thought that I could trust you. I should never have let you enter the cavern. And even less have allowed you to leave there alive. Eight more!
Found the Dam, Dam.
Come to our oil and hay.
Now that we have both seeds, the ritual should work. Finbar! Why? Constantine didn't do anything. He has never sought to wrong your people in any way.
Like a worm he burrows. You are so naive. You cannot see with my eyes. Enol Milfrichtimin saw the wound. From atop the volcano, he warned me of the danger. Fed by bitterness, driven by desire, taking without giving, he will be the end of us all.
You have gone completely...
Take it! You are too blind, too Renaigse to understand.
Leave him! That's enough! Free him!
I cannot. O source of life!
Free him! Oh, damn it!
Your cousin is probably freed from his stone prison.
You're right. Let's go see him quick. Constantine, wake up, please, I beg you. Hang on. We are bringing you home to get you healed. "3 days have passed since we returned. I need to go to the palace to see if Constantine has finally awoken.
You should get some rest. You're not being reasonable.
To hell with reason. I've rested long, and I'm well enough.
You've just barely woken from a stupor that had you on death's doorstep. The affairs of state can certainly wait another day.
Thank you, my lady, but I am amazingly well. You can take leave of me with no fear, I assure you.
He just escaped a deathly sleep, and here he is, ready to conquer the world. Your cousin is exasperating.
What now? Are you going to scold me as well?
No. I'm just relieved to see you're still alive.
I'm quite relieved myself, actually. Thank you, fair cousin. Without you, I would be dead thrice, wouldn't I? Or is it the fourth time? If we start counting the time you stopped me from climbing the ramparts of Serene, we'd be up to 5 times now.
It's unbelievable. You feel no pain whatsoever. And your complexion.
I haven't even taken a look at myself. Is the improvement visible?
I would not go that far. How is it that... What happened?
Don't make that face. It's merely a major miracle. Come on now. I'm gonna tell you everything. We have been waiting for your return. I knew you would do everything in your power. I have always trusted you. But Katasak feared that I would not hold on long enough. He spoke to me about a ritual that would help me. I was excited about it. And in spite of all that has happened, I don't regret following him. We went to the ancient site. A place full of magic. I followed his instructions. And all of a sudden, what an incredible sensation. I felt better than I have ever felt, cousin. Alas, we had very little time to celebrate. Cries came to our ears, and beasts jumped all over us. We fled for a while, as other soldiers fought through, creating a path to join us. But I can see from your face that you know this already.
Indeed. Once on the ritual site, I followed your tracks and deduced what had happened. It seems that Vimbar was targeting you specifically. Did he say anything to you?
I was still very weak, and most of the time he whispered in his own language. It seemed that he was speaking to someone and following his orders. But there was no one other than us, cousin. The crazy madman must have been hearing voices.
Tell me more about this ritual. What did it consist of?
It is, I think, a ritual that the Donegada practice to bind themselves to the island.
Donegada? Katasak taught you their language?
Just a few words. He wanted me to learn, to understand, but we had so little time. So we visited this infamous site, where he prepared for me a sort of potion. What ceremony! I had to cut my hand in front of an enormous stone, and there, a gigantic beast came and started circling around me. It was incredible. I truly felt a bond with that place. Like a wave came through me, as if the power of the island was running through my veins. It was marvelous. And now I am Onol Manawi, like you. Even if the malachor left me a few of its marks.
Do you have any idea why he didn't kill you? Like the others?
No, not really. It seemed like he was trying to tell me something, though. He spoke about isolating me from the world, that I couldn't return to the Earth. It made absolutely no sense. But aren't you happy that he let me live?
Don't speak foolishly. Of course. I just want to understand.
But you had to encounter the god of the island, didn't you? How was mil Frictiman?
Yes, I passed a trial for that. But the only one who could guide me to the sanctuary is dead.
Oh no. Do not tell me.
And yes, only the High King can open the sanctuary, according to Glendan. I have no choice but to return to see him. I'm certain they are going to name a successor. Constantine.
My adorable cousin. I am always happy to see you. What news do you bring?
I must take my leave.
Take care.
Good day, Glendan.
Beort Tirtomat, currents of Katasach. We learned of his death. Andevosht Tire.
Alas, his was not the only tragic loss. Your High King Vinbar is also dead. He was taken by folly. He went away into the mountains after killing Katasach and capturing my cousin. Nothing I could say would allow him to see reason.
Are you telling me that you were the one who killed him? Kertonsidach. What happened? How could a friend of Katasach do such a horrible thing?
I am sorry, but your High King did not leave me the choice. He was about to kill my cousin, and then he attacked me. He was becoming a guardian, a Nadaig. Perhaps it was for that reason he lost possession of his wits.
I believe you. You have sufficiently proven your friendship. But something escapes me. Why? Why would Vinbar have done such a thing? His offering to Tir-Fradi does not justify what he did.
You know that I wished to see mil Frictiman, and he was the only one with the power to allow me to do so. I would not have caused his death voluntarily. Believe me, I am just as sorry as you.
Andevosht Tire. We will celebrate his memory as well as those of all the members of our council that have fallen. Vladnit, Katasach, and now our High King. These are dark times, but in spite of our mourning, we must elect a new High King. The children of Tir-Fradi cannot remain without a guide. All the more so in these troubled times. I will notify the Mal of all the clans, so that they may know to travel here.
Who has a chance of being elected?
Deirdre is powerful, and many clans would follow her. The wisdom of also